And hi pool fans, and welcome to the 2025 Little Monster Mixed Doubles Open here in the Gandia Palace Hotel, Valencia, Spain. We have a 32 teams field here for a $100,000 prize fund. The game is 10 ball, best of 3 sets, races to 4, winners break, and we have round 1 here. It's the first round of this tournament. Match between LIU and Conrad on one side and Juan Carlos Esposito and Cristina ZLATEVA on the other side. I'm Benjamin Belhassen, and with me in the booth for this one, I have the pleasure to welcome my friend from the Netherlands, Tim de Ruyter. Hi Tim, welcome on board.
Thank you. And as you mentioned, a very good match. I am very much looking forward to this one. We just seen ZLATEVA in a true grind against Bojana Sarac on this particular table, so maybe she can bring EXPOSITO a little bit of an advantage in this match. But yeah, overall I think interesting pairings. Curious to see how Shashalu and Conrad JUSZCZYSZyn are going to play together.
Yeah, and the team has won the leg, and they're gonna start. So as I mentioned, we have 32 teams there. It's a double elimination till the last 8, the quarterfinals. And yeah, I'm really curious to see the pace also, because we have 30-second shot clock in action with 1 extension per rack and 60 seconds after the break. So yeah, let's go. Both teams are ready to rumble, I believe.
Yeah, well, not too much to rumble with after this break. One ball did go in, but now I'm a little bit surprised that Conrad is telling her to push to this position. As we all know that there's the bank shot on the 2, a possible carom on the 9, or well, the double bank safety on the 2 ball. So I'm definitely playing this. No way I'm giving this back.
Yeah, especially that far from the cushion. It would have been a little bit better if the cue ball was frozen the long rail.
Well, tried to get the cue ball under the 10. Caught it very, very thin.
Yeah, first opener for Conrad. Still a long tough shot there. Good shot there. Really good. And yeah, you mentioned the pairings, and Cristina ZLATEVA is from Bulgaria actually, but I think she lived like 10 years in Spain, so she's pretty much also a Spaniard, so that's why she's pairing with Juan Carlos this time.
Are you now trying to tell me that Shashalu used to live in Poland?
I don't know.
Okay.
I do know that ZLATEVA lived in Spain for quite some time, like maybe 6 or 7 years or more.
Yeah, that's a good fact. That's for sure one of the reasons that they are playing together. They also can communicate that way, so it makes a lot more sense. If you had to communicate in a language that you're more fluent in than English, then I would say go for that language.
Yeah, definitely.
Ooh. Oh. Got a little bit straight on the 4. Had to play pinpoint shape on the 5, speed-wise.
Yeah.
The first miss of the match.
And Shashalu also played a long match against Ayala Soledad on the previous round, so I hope that she will not be exhausted a little bit. couple of mistakes here and there at this beginning of the match. With the bridge, ZLATEVA hooked herself behind the 10 ball. All players need to settle down. Oh, that's a good hit.
Yeah, good hit, but definitely has given the opportunity back. Just one good positional shot needed from Conrad. Is he going straight over? Yes, and nicely done. Cue ball also enough the rail, enough.
This is one of the players that are really get going with a nice pace and a good rhythm. Is just go down and shoot, and he has a crazy pace and such a nice rhythm.
Yeah, I think it's interesting with the Polish players that almost all of them have a slight different style from each other. Like you mentioned, he can play very fast, also has a very high gear, but his low is a little bit lower than, for example, other players that are maybe more stable, but they don't have that gear. So it's there is different styles and types of players in Poland that are all playing the highest level worldwide. And of course, while I was explaining that, he missed a 7 ball. Now, I do not believe in the commentator's curse, but he really had to force the cue ball off the rail. Oh, doesn't want to land behind the 10.
Yeah.
Just.
And at the same time, she didn't have that many choices to stay away from the 8, but okay, he has it, so
oh, and this is a nice hit. Look at this.
missed it too thin.
I mean, obviously he was going for the cut, but maybe he played it with a bit of a safety in mind, like speed-wise. I don't think it's a coincidence that the 8 came all the way down to the bottom short rail. Well, this rack has turned out a bit scrappy, back and forth, a couple misses.
Yeah. Oops. I'm not sure what he wanted to do. If I think he just wanted to play safe here. He cut it way too thick. Good shot there.
Yeah, so a bit of a back and forth, but the first rack looking to go to, well, I don't think I'm allowed to say the Spaniards in this case, but Spanish-speaking team with ZLATEVA and EXPOSITO.
Actually, I had a few talks with him while I was traveling, and I didn't know that he was a sport psychologist, which is very interesting, and I'm sure he takes care about the Spanish some of the Spanish players mentally. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure.
Well, definitely being a sport psychologist connected with billiards, or in this case pool, you would say has a slight advantage helping pool players than a sports psychologist that has nothing to do with the sport. But sometimes different perspectives do help. So probably a lot of players like to come to him, to where I opted to do a couple sessions, for example, with someone that's not related to pool.
Yeah, I think it's also good. I think both are good. Okay, Conrad called the cross corner. Try to send the cue ball, try to make the one, and having the cue ball tracks back to the two. Good shot. That was a good shot, but still a good hit. But as I mentioned earlier, when you choose to play those type of shots and you know that the cue ball is going to track towards the corner pocket, then the speed becomes something really that you have to focus on. Oh, they go for the 10. Because remember, early 10s are allowed, and it's a win of rack. So she's going to try to pocket the 10, meanwhile leaving the cue ball behind the 8 in case she misses it. Oh no, not even. She went all in.
Well, she is a very pure ball striker, so probably if she had the ball in hand straight, well, if you put it straight, she's going to hit it straight. So, yeah, other players that are not so sure of their stroke maybe would be going for a little bit of a safety in mind, but I wasn't really expecting her to do that. And we're tied at 1. Definitely a matchup that could go either way, I feel like. EXPOSITO
Yeah.
was a little bit away from the scene for a couple years. Was not traveling as much as he used to play, especially when he, like, Euro Tour series, like he used to play from 2015 to 18 or something, like, or maybe longer. That's where I got to meet him a couple times. So he's definitely been on the European scene for a couple years, then kind of disappeared, not been playing that much. But always have been a very capable player, so it's good to see him back, especially in the bigger events.
Good smash. Good break here. Powerful. Controlled. Made the 5 ball. Oh, what do you see, Tim?
I see a nice run out when you get the shot.
Oh.
Because the one ball is a little bit funny, but besides that, it's actually the one that gets a shot on the yellow one ball first could go for the run out, that's for sure. 7, 8, 9, 10 pretty much lined up for each other. We might see him go aggressive. We both know that Conrad likes to shoot. He might go top left. Or even top right was possible. Did not get the shape for Sasha to make things easier to get to the red 3 ball.
Yeah, tough spot.
little bit of a sensitive safety. Conrad is opting, banking the 2 towards the 4, in between the 4 and the 6, and the cue ball following behind the 7-9. Always got to be careful. At times you are going to get the double kiss. And
yeah,
it might have leaked out to where the kick shot is, well, not easy, but high percentage.
it's always challenging to see the good shot there. The players, you know, sometimes talking, and maybe they don't know each other, like Conrad and Shasha maybe. So it's tough, and especially under a shot clock, to you really want to make things simple.
Did he leave a window? Is there a gap between the 7-9?
It's close.
Bit surprised actually Conrad played this shot instead of the cue ball behind the 7, but probably felt with 4 balls on the left side that he had to get the cover. He felt guaranteed probably.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
Really good hit.
they're not gonna like what's coming next.
Yeah.
Should be quite a decent roll up.
Yeah, the thing is, would you decide to go for the shot and then try to bump the 8 and stay on the 3, just like softly? Or do you go 100% for the safety? Yeah, she went 100% for the safety.
Yeah, I like this a lot more.
Yeah.
Like I said, this rack, now if the rack is a bit messy, I might like to play for the 3 ball, for the shape. But the ball in hand most likely is going to be going to the winner of the rack. So going to push the 3 and the 8 together, trying. Is it still going towards the corner?
Yeah. Yeah, he couldn't cue properly because he would have liked to play the 3 rails first. Because the 2 ball was pretty big around in the square. It's a good shot because she really prevent ZLATEVA to hit it from the bottom with the 7 ball, so it's pretty good. Have to pay attention to the speed here. If she uses the right speed, then she could separate the balls. No, that's not going in.
Well, now it's second foul. Would expect them to run out from this position.
Yeah.
Second foul, just a detail. It's a way to win.
And something that could have a kind of meaning here is that the men's open didn't begin yet, so the men are not used to the conditions, and the women have played a couple of rounds in the men's open already, so that could be a little detailed, but they'll just have to get used to the conditions.
Perfect shape on the 9. Yeah, don't forget Conrad also won one of the PBS events in Puerto Rico. Not sure whether that was last year or 2 years ago, but very capable player also in this format. Throughout the years I've heard different things about him, because obviously he plays fast and he likes to go aggressive and, well, strong shooter, that they were saying, well, works great in 9 ball but maybe not in 10 ball. And then in this format there's more defense, so you would say, well, he might not be able to win a tournament like this, but he has. So I think he made a somewhat of a statement there.
Yeah, really strong player. I really like the pace and also the instinct he has. It's really a pleasure to watch. And yeah, it is a little bit like Viktor Zelinsky, the fast pace and fluent. It's a very natural player.
Yeah, second break, or maybe even the third break for Team LIU and JUSZCZYSZYN. Second break from Conrad. Made the ball on the break first time, but not this time. And shape on the 1. And actually, I don't really see too much danger in this layout, do you?
The thing is, the 1-2-3 is tricky because I think he's dead straight on the 1, and he can't really create an angle on the 2. So yeah, this is pretty tricky. This is the shot of the rack, I would say. Yeah, he went a little bit too far, but that was a good shot. But I think he wanted to go to the center of the table. I think that was the right shot, but he came up a little bit short. And this is tricky. Oh, she's gonna jump with the bridge. Whoa. What do you think?
Well, it's a little bit of a crazy decision, but
Obviously she knows how to do it, because otherwise she wouldn't have selected that shot. And she did
yeah,
it
just
great.
don't think she went for the aggressive option to go and make the 2. And, well, I don't think this is necessarily a big issue for ZLATEVA and EXPOSITO to leave this, because it's so tough to move to the 3 ball, right?
Yeah, they might go for the safety shot on the 3. Two-way shot here.
That's not going to have the insurance either. The only good news is that they're queuing over the 10.
Yeah, he didn't want to go into the 4, obviously, and he wanted the cue ball to be more towards the 9. So opportunity for the Spanish team, I would say, even if they are not Spanish, both of them, but yeah, the queuing above the 10 was really an issue. So which way do you go, Tim, on this kick? And what speed would you choose?
Well, I am not going soft, that's for sure. Oh, she's running. Oh, look at this.
Whoa.
That is just unreal. She forgot about the shot clock. 3 seconds, 2 seconds left. And she kicks it in and gets the shape on the 4. That is just absolutely unreal.
Crazy. Wonderful game, isn't it? Oh, I missed it. Yeah,
To then miss that 4, aye.
Too thick. Yeah, missed it too thick. Good shot there from ZLATEVA. Drew straight back, cheat the pocket a little bit.
Interesting to see. They are really limiting how much the cue ball is moving. So I have a feeling the table's playing very slick.
Yeah, the tables are really slick and the cloth is fast. So yeah. It's funny. Yeah. That was she had a funny angle on the 8 and so when the world is in.
Well, this tend to tie the score at 2. Making this set a close one. Nice and clean. And then again, some mistakes back and forth. Could have been the initiative for LIU and JUSZCZYSZYN.
Yeah, with that incredible kick shot on the 3, they could have leveled up the score at 3-1. So that could have been a huge opportunity. But again, this is the first round of the doubles, so players need to regroup and take the rhythm, and the brain needs to make adjustments, because you're only playing one shot out of two, so the rhythm is different, and sometimes the vision of the players is different on positional play and stuff. So yeah, all this needs to land. Whoa, straight in 10.
Well, the good news is the 9 ball not being blocked by the 10 that gets spucked up. As you can see, 10 gets spotted back up on the table, and sometimes it actually interferes with the ball next to it. And the 1 is hanging over the corner, but as you can see, real first. Not easy to get to this 2 ball, Ben.
Yeah, definitely. The 8 ball is a big ball there. Maybe if he jumps and catch it thick, he would avoid the 8. As you can see, even with ball in hand, the 2 ball is not easy to reach.
Is he going to play around the 6? No. Oh, that little bit of a bump on the 4 works. They actually have the natural angle now on the 2 to cross over to the 3 ball. 4 or 5 are next to each other. Just this with top left spin. Gotta be careful, always gotta feel how much left spin you can give. And definitely try to stay away from the scratch in the side pocket. Doesn't want to land on the rail. Ooh. It's not impossible, but ideal is different.
Yeah, the thing is, it's tough to judge when he's going to jack up a little bit and going for the draw to catch the line of the 4 ball on the left side pocket, but it's tough to judge how much draw you put in it, avoiding the scratch, and yeah, that's perfect. She has to bump the 5 towards the top left. Yeah, just that he showed her, sorry. Good shot. I like the way he played that shot. It's simple, short side, high ball. It's really controllable.
Well, I find it interesting how she's opting to... They're all shooting a lot to the corners. Now, I don't mind all that, but I would say go forward and shoot the 7 in the side and float back up.
Yeah, but the thing is, the side pockets are really tight. It doesn't seem tight on the screen, but for real, I can tell you because I had the experience to play on those tables a couple of times, and the pockets are really tight on the side. So that doesn't surprise me at all. Yeah. She really wanted the cue ball to be perfect on the 9, and the path of the cue ball was going towards the side pocket, but that happens.
So it is ZLATEVA and EXPOSITO on the hill. Don't think we would have expected that to happen. Probably the other way around. That was a huge opportunity for LIU and JUSZCZYSZYN. Can they handle the mental blow? Will they be able to make this a hill opening set? Will it be going to ZLATEVA and EXPOSITO?
Yeah, because it's quite 2 misses in a row, because Conrad missed the 4-ball on the side in the previous game, and now you scratch on the side on the 8-ball, so it could have been over. Well, and we have 4 tournaments here, 4 big events. We have the Women's International Open. We have the Little Monster Men's Open. This one, the Mixed Doubles Open, and we also have the Predator World Junior Championships. All in one. 8 days of competition. And this is possible thanks to our lovely sponsors. Of course, the Predator Group, but we also have Box Billiards, Little Monster, Samsung TV Plus, Yalin, Kamui, the Gandia Palace Hotel. So all our partners make those events possible, and it's great.
Well, don't forget, after 8 days of action, there will be 1 day off before the Predator Eurotour will also commence. It's another 3 days of men's action and 2 days of women's action, 4 days total. So players technically have been traveling for quite a lot of events and potentially a great payday.
Yeah, I'm gonna go there to play the Euro Tour myself, so I'm taking the temperature of the of the of the place and of the tables before going there.
Yeah, technically they're sending you there to give us some information for the commentary, right? Well, that's one of the struggles, of course, for us. We do get the best view of the table, multiple camera angles, of course, but we do not always see the players as much or feel the table as much as the players do. So that's a little bit guessy at times. But one thing's for sure, this 2-ball is on and the 4 does not go by the 6 or the 9.
Yeah. Question is if you can go in between the 5-8 on the long rail, you could pocket the 4-ball in the top left, which could be great. I don't know. Or maybe it does go. Yeah. I don't know.
I don't mind looking for a safety opportunity here, actually. 4 off the 9, cue ball on top of the 6. She's looking to make the 4 off the 9. Maybe safety in mind? No. I think she called the 6, the 4 as a bonus. But did she hook her partner?
Yeah. I definitely thought they were going in between the 5-8 to play the 4 in the top left. But She actually played a good shot, but oh, they are asking each other whose turn is it. Sometimes it could be a little bit confusing. Remember that as a team, you can choose whose player is going to start the rack. But once you have started the rack, then it's alternate shooting. So
Well, it could cause a ball in hand for your opponent and a loss of rack, and in this case, that would mean losing the set most likely. So, pretty
yeah,
important decision, even though most of the people would take it for granted.
so real first, 5 into the 8. Yeah, good shot. Tough spot here because you can't really get something out of it. Yeah, he's gonna try to clip it, I think. What do you think, Tim?
Yeah, maybe nick it off the 8 softly into the rail. He's kicked it. Yeah,
Oh
just
wow,
like this.
good shot. Yeah,
I think this might have been his only option to stay in the game.
yeah, to stay alive, definitely. Good shot there.
Well,
She's going all in.
obviously, well, she might be calling just in case, leaving the cue ball behind the 7 with a stop shot, but I'm not sure if the 5 ball will go 2 rails around the 8. No, she went all in on it.
Yeah, I believe
Any
you're
luck?
right. I believe the 5 ball would have gone towards the 8. So, yeah.
Well, that means they were forced into taking on the offense on the 5 with the jump cue.
Yeah.
Predator air rush. Actually, she got really close, but well, close doesn't count. Plus, the shape on the 7 was, I mean, I'm not gonna say impossible, but ooh. But look at the timer too. 3 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah, that's one of the traps. When you're playing single, you manage the clock, but when you start playing doubles, then talks come into play, you discuss about positions, and then you kind of forget the clock. This is what happened to LIU in the previous track.
Well, I have to say, you cannot really tell yourself that you've hit it poor if you miss the 7 ball like that, jacked up draw. But
Yeah.
you could see the disappointment on his face because he instantly knew he was going to give the 7 ball on a platter. 7, 9, or 7, 8, 9 next to
Yeah.
each other. Oh. Did not choose to play that in the corner. A bit surprised. But perfect on the 9, so that means ZLATEVA and EXPOSITO are on their way to clinching the opening set. Could have definitely went either way. But no way this 10 is going wrong, so...
Yeah, both teams made some mistakes and it went on and off, but they got away with it, and first set is going to ZLATEVA and EXPOSITO, and players are going to take a short break, and we are going to take a short break also, Tim, and we'll be right back.
And welcome back everybody to the Little Monster Mixed Doubles Open. This is a first round match. We just seen Kristina ZLATEVA and Juan Carlos Exposito take the first set 4-2 against Sasha Liu and Konrad JUSZCZYSZYN. And we will be starting the second set now with Exposito to break the balls. Benjamin Balhassan and myself, Tim de Ruiter, in the booth. What can you tell me about this break, man?
Yeah, I think it's pretty good break. A little bit of a cut break, but no balls. And again, the 10 ball is going towards the corner pocket, which can be dangerous.
Well, you never know if it works in your.
So,
well, you never know if it can work to your advantage or your disadvantage. She has called the 10 ball though. That would mean straight back bank shot on the 1 into the 10, and it's close. But the cue ball, look at the cue ball.
Uh-oh.
Took her risk. Well, she says she was trying to bring the cue ball above the 4-9, which, well, that definitely made the shot a lot more difficult. So the opening rack in the second set will be going to Liu and JUSZCZYSZYN.
Yeah. It's a good way to start. And the referees are really trying their best to get some tight racks, but it's really tough to got all the balls frozen. And we experienced in the previous round of the Women's Open also the 10 ball moving towards the corner pockets. And since the beginning of those events, I noticed that not so many players have successful breaking from the side. So that's why I guess maybe they will change and maybe they break from the much more from the center of the table, using the bridge, using the hand instead of going to the side. But we'll see as the tournament moves on if they change something or not.
Well, full cover behind the 3 ball, but I think the real first should be on, right?
On the 2, they will have to play defense, even if she makes that great shot rail first, except if she decides to go all in and rail first to draw. But this is really low percentage.
Well, apparently she did go for it. Look at this. Oh, this is somewhat free, this combination.
Yeah, but I think they have too much angle on the 1 to play the combination and draw back the cue ball behind the 6, so they elected to play safe.
But you can play behind the 2.
Yeah, true. Oh.
Like the one ball always was going away from the 10 ball. I felt like.
Yeah.
So you were never going to leave something in the open. This, on the contrary, I'm not. Well, I'm quite sure they're not too happy to leave this. Look at this layout too. A little bit of back and forth. 5 to 6, and then 7 back to 8. With a lot of space, especially when the 4 ball is away.
Yeah. I think she has too much of an angle here. Go straight to the short rail and back up. Everything is quite open. The 7 ball is a little bit funny though, because it's high and it's quite in the center, so a little bit of work to go from the 7 to the 8. But should be okay.
Yeah, gotta say, straight on the 6. Not the ideal shape to have. Looks like she might have that little bit to cheat the pocket. The 6 to the right side of this corner. And then still force the cue ball out. But I think that's where it's easy to come up too short or too long. Could she maybe have played that with inside spin?
Thing is, for sure, it's a tricky position. Oh, that's great.
Oh, nice shot there.
Wow. Yeah, really great control. Great recovery from Conrad there.
And then this 10 ball to take 2-0 lead. Things starting to run away a little bit for ZLATEVA and EXPOSITO in the second set. Down goes the 10. Very possibly we could go to deciding set. Not expecting any give up from either sides actually. Of course it would be more logic if Sasha and Conrad would be showing a little bit of give up, because they're the losing team at this point. But yeah, I don't really expect any of it.
Yeah, they are all experienced players. There are lots of money to grab here in those events, so obviously they are professionals. They are not gonna give up by any means.
As you can see from the top view, no real opener besides the jump, of course. Do believe he's called the 2. Knows it could go off the 10, but made it nice and clear.
Yeah.
But what to play on the 3 ball next? Does the 4 go to the bottom left?
This is close, yeah. Yeah, and the shot on, plus the shot on the 3 is really tough.
Well, that tells me that the 4 does go.
Yeah.
And I think they actually got away with it just enough. These are dangerous situations because sure, the 10 is not in the pocket, but imagine you kick at this and you leave somewhat of a carom or a jump combination or a combination, then team Sasha and Conrad will be on the hill.
Yeah. Maybe he's gonna try to swerve it and to make it. But it's never easy. It's a kind of, you know, instinct shot. But you feel, yeah, I hit it a little bit too thick, but still okay. I mean,
Oh. Well, that could have also scratched, but it didn't. The spin really guiding the cue ball around the 10. Purely frozen, and I mean, I might consider. I mean, you have to take away the 5, the 10 ball. Excuse me. Is he going 4 reels at it around? No.
he tried to zigzag the cue ball in the length of the table, but this is really, really tough. But at the same time, he was in really a tough spot. Couldn't barely do anything.
Oh, a little bit of a smile there. Were they playing for? Yeah, they have called a 10 in the corner. This is very much off angle. I might still go for the 4 ball and then try to position myself better on the combo. This is tough.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't miss it by much, right?
No, that was awful close. He just barely hit it too thick. And the worst thing for them is they've left the shot on the 4. If Sasha can bring the cue ball back where she pointed at, so near that area, they will have that 5-10 combination to get on the hill.
Yeah.
Small margins between the 2.
I don't think it's enough, but he will take it. Maybe the carom. I don't know. Maybe the cut. Whatever. He's going for the carom. Good shot.
Yeah, so Sasha and Conrad on the hill, looking to make this a hill set match. Have to say, most of the matches I have seen on the TV tables in the women's event have been going to a deciding set. Long matches is also going to wear down everybody that is involved in these events. It's not easy. Also the referees, of course, the production, the players. It's not easy to play back-to-back 2-hour, 3-hour matches. Back-to-back sometimes. Oh,
That's why
I love how he's hit the break.
yeah.
And actually, it looked to me like the 10 did not go directly towards the corner, but the good news for
Yeah.
them is there is cover on the 1 ball.
Yeah, I think that's why they removed the best of 5 sets matches they used to do, because yeah, last time there were like 5 hours and 5 hours, 4 hours and a half matches. So this is, yeah, way too tough for the athletes also.
Yeah, I mean, if they play maybe 1 match on a day, you could imagine, but then still it's a long sit and the breaks in
Yeah.
between are short. And there is a lot of people involved in. I'm surprised actually she took that. Did you consider pushing? Just play the push and make the 10. I mean, very interesting situation happening now with the 1 ball being on, the 2 ball next to it. See, now with being on the 2, they basically have given this set to Shashalu and Conrad. JUSZCZYSZYN. So that means we will be going to a deciding set. I'm very surprised ZLATEVA and EXPOSITO, they did not choose to push and make the 10 early.
Yeah.
Make it spot back up and play it safe. So that means both teams will be going for a break. I have a feeling Benjamin and myself will have to take a break too. And then we will be back for the deciding set between ZLATEVA EXPOSITO and LIU JUSZCZYSZYN. We'll be right back.
Well, and we have the players back here to the deciding set, and Conrad to break. So remember, it's the deciding set. So if the both teams comes hill at 3-3, then a shootout will determine the winner. And we have some results of the other matches going on here on the mixed doubles open. Kelly Fisher and Alexis Zakis won the first set against Sofia Mast and Dimitri Lukatos. It's one set all again between the young Swedish Amalstrom and Matikainen against Pia Filler and Grabbe. And we also have Badr Halawedi with Hung. They won 2-0 against Monico and Martins. So a couple of great matches going on there. So yeah, first track broke dry, and tactical battle here.
Well,
see,
I would like to add a slight detail before we have all the Finnish players getting mad at us, is that Hjalmarström is from Sweden but Matikainen is Finnish.
Yeah. That's obvious. I forgot to mention this, but yeah.
Yeah, just before people think something. Yeah, and indeed the break. Yeah, the tempo did go in on the break, but no future. So, indeed, some tactics. But Conrad, we both know that he likes to swing sometimes at something that could completely turn out like could be big danger, but could also just work out and clear up all over and over. Like this is a little bit of a guess.
Good shot there. Touchy one ball on the side, but I don't think she has something. Do you think the 2-ball passes the 5 on the side? Whoa. Well, it doesn't look like from that angle, but never know.
Looks to be at least pretty straight for the combination. And otherwise I wouldn't know what Conrad really has played for.
Yeah, that safety is... Oh, maybe they have a window here. I don't know. It's close. No. From that angle, it's not. Good effort. Clean hit, but didn't sell out though. Yeah, he's playing the 2 off the 4, right? Staying behind the 6.
Well, I think he's called it just in case.
Yeah,
as you can see, he's played a good cue ball. No easy hit, at least for the 2. I like to go 2 rails around the 8. Top short rail,
definitely.
Left long rail. And he's going 1 rail.
Yeah.
The thing is, at times you're gonna scratch off the 2. You're not always going to be able to catch it perfect on the right side.
Yeah, exactly. And what I like about your shot is the line is big, and so whether you clip it from one side or another, then you'll get distance and you might get covered. So this is definitely a good percentage shot here. It was actually.
Yeah, I completely agree.
It looks like since the beginning of the second set that ZLATEVA and EXPOSITO have quite a little bit release the, how can I say, the conviction or the attention. Of course, not on purpose, but they were really involved in the first set at the start, and they are struggling to get their mind really deep into the game. I don't know if you understand what I mean, but this is what I feel. Ooh, he went too far. Forces his a partner to do something with the cue ball. The 10 ball is in the way also. She couldn't play much harder than this. It's gonna be okay though.
Yeah, I have to say, first set, ZLATEVA EXPOSITO took the upper hand. A couple mistakes from Lou and Conrad, but well, now I kind of feel like the whole momentum has changed. They're now making less mistakes, playing maybe a bit more safe here and there too. And it looks a little bit like one-way traffic at the moment. This could be the 5th rack in a row that they have won, and not very often we get to see that in these short races.
Remember, it's a double elimination until the quarters, and we have $40,000 first prize here, so it's lots of money to grab. And we have another result here. Sosoa and Viktor Zelinsky won their first round match against Shirin Roleri and Max Benko. And Oceans beat Roberto Bartol and Anna Grodiznik, also on first round.
Now, Sasha breaking from the opposite side. That's where the 10 ball has been tracking to. Did see some different results. Oh, lost the cue ball a bit, but 2 balls in. They have a shot on the 1. And this rack now suddenly is wide open. It's all about the 1 ball.
Yeah, I don't know if the 2 ball passes in the same pocket as the 1. Yeah, it's just, they're just looking at it. So if it does, then you definitely go all in on this. That was a tough shot. It's also good to see smiles on faces, right? To see that it's a game, it's a passion, it's a job for all those players, but it's also like fun. You really have to remember why we love and why we play this game.
Well, does that 2 ball go to the side, or are they playing safe on the 6 ball? Safety
Yeah,
it
good
is,
take.
but this is a good one, yeah, indeed.
Yeah.
Distance, I'm not even sure how to get to the 2 ball.
Yeah. This
Maybe
is really
2
tricky.
cushions, 2 or 3 cushions in between the 5 and the 10.
Yeah,
Short rail,
that.
long rail.
Yeah, yeah. I
Oh,
saw
he's
this one also. The Conrad, the Conrad just showed like a 4 rail with a reverse. You have to hit it like low and very hard, like stun it to pinch the first rail and turn short the first 3 rails. Yeah, this is good. Oh, she has to hit really harder than this to really cut the angles and stiff it. But it was definitely on. And the safety was good. It's always tricky to come and cross the line of position, but she did it well. For the moment, good angles, good shot from Juan Carlos here to get the side rail on purpose to get the right angle on the 7. Ooh. Yeah, that's not good. She's got exactly the 50-yard line, meaning it would have been better to hit it softer or harder, but not this way. Now they are facing a difficult 9 ball, maybe playing a kind of a two-way shot there. Try to bank the 9 in the top right.
Oh, both of them a bit wild. Cue ball almost scratched, the 9 ball wide.
I think she catch a kind of a double kiss.
Kind of looked like it indeed, but definitely should not miss that ball by such a big margin.
Yeah. It's been 2 mistakes from the ZLATEVA EXPOSITO team.
Yeah, and that's now 6 racks in a row for Sasha and Conrad. Only 2 racks away from the win and to go into the winner's side of the bracket.
Okay, on the previous game, Liu tried to play on the same side of Conrad is playing from, and the 10 ball still went to the bottom right. So whoa, good break, great opening, 4-7
Yeah.
combination, 5-9 combination.
I mean, what a moment to make 2 balls on the break and get the shape.
Yeah.
This could put them on the hill, on the double hill.
Good shot there. They have the good angle on that combination to stay positioned. Still never easy to play a combination like that with the bridge. It looks like she's comfortable with it, so great. Still okay, I believe. He's thinking maybe coming on the short side if he can't use the inside English to kill that cue ball. Yeah, he's going 3 rails, I believe. Oh no, he's killing it. Okay. Key shot there, Tim.
Yeah, always missable. A little bit of distance in between.
Yeah, distance and angle also. And also it's tough shot because it's always a do or die. But maybe they got a bit of a roll here.
Well, on the other side, ZLATEVA and EXPOSITO should be happy to get back to the table. And they have a rail first, so it's not completely over yet.
I think she have a slightly angle, so she can stun it a little bit forward to the 9, letting her stroke out. Big opportunity there for the Liu and Conrad.
Yes, 2 stop shots it should be on the 9 and the 10. This is guaranteeing them the shootout. And this is now 7 racks in a row they have won. Now,
Yeah,
I have to say things not looking too great for ZLATEVA and EXPOSITO, Ben. Could definitely be 8 in a row and loss of match.
yeah, but actually they had the chance on the previous rack, and they had opportunities.
Wow, big rush. 8 ball looks to be going. And a jump shot on the 1 ball is probably the best Conrad can do.
Yeah, the thing is they both break the balls really good, and so they keep the momentum at the table even if they are not having opening shots. They take their chances, they play good safeties, so they definitely had the hand on the last 2 sets.
Well, the Predator air rush did do its job, but like I mentioned, it was difficult to get the shape on the 2. Could go for the bank shot, but looks like he'll be playing the safe.
Yeah, this is good. Good speed. Get the cue ball frozen on the shot rail is always a good new when you play safety.
Oh, he's missed the 2, made the 3 ball. So it's all about getting on that 5. It's going to put Shasha close to the 4-7.
Yeah. Can't get any better than this. Just roll the 4 to the 7 gently. Now have to play the 4 ball thin and go long, yeah, just where he's pointing with his cue. This is pretty natural. All you have to do is using no English and cutting the 4 ball really thin. Oops.
Oh, it's a bit more cut.
Yeah. This is not that good. Forces the partner to do something funny with the cue ball and elevate a little bit, which is never easy. Good shot there, good control.
Then the 10 to make it to the winner's side of the bracket. Shashalu and Conrad JUSZCZYSZYN take the win. They beat Cristina ZLATEVA and Juan Carlos EXPOSITO 2-1 in the deciding set. But look at that scoreline, 4-0, 4-0, 8 games in a row. Solid performance. Thank you to Benjamin Belhassen and myself, Tim de Ruiter,